The night is still. Stars drift like silver dust across the endless dark. In the distance, a soft glow shimmers like a door half open. It is a realm between waking and dream, a place where silence holds its breath. This is where Morpheus walks, the quiet guardian of sleep. He moves with calm steps, carrying whispers of forgotten visions. Every dreamer has called his name, though few remember it. His gift is not command, but kindness. His world is woven from peace. Tonight, the air trembles with a new call, a voice unspoken yet strong. It rises from a forest where no sound lingers. The silent forest. No bird sings, no wind speaks. Streams run but never murmur. It is a place of beauty veiled in hush, a place waiting for a voice. Morpheus feels the weight of its silence. He steps through the veil. Mist curls around his form, gentle and soft. The trees rise like silver pillars. Leaves sway but do not rustle. Time itself seems to pause. He breathes deep, listening to the quiet. It is heavy yet alive. The journey begins here, in the still heart of the silent forest. Morpheus walks deeper into the hush, his footsteps soft as drifting sand. The forest greets him not with sound, but with presence. Every tree bends slightly, as if listening to an unheard melody. The silence is not empty. It is a canvas waiting for a brushstroke. Morpheus closes his eyes. He hears the beating of his own heart. It echoes like a drum in the stillness, filling the air with rhythm. A path forms before him, woven from pale moss that glows faintly. It winds forward like a ribbon, leading him to the unknown center. He does not rush. Dreams never hurry. They unfold at their own pace. The glow grows stronger with every step, like a lantern guiding him. Shadows stretch tall, yet they do not frighten. They simply exist. In the distance, he senses a pulse, a breath beneath the earth. The forest is alive, though its voice is bound in quiet threads. He remembers whispers of old tales, of forests that held secrets. This place is such a tale, breathing yet unheard by waking ears. A breeze stirs. Leaves tremble but remain voiceless. The hush thickens, pressing close like a gentle cloak. Morpheus kneels and touches the ground. It is warm, alive with hidden sound. He feels the hum of roots, vibrations of stories buried deep. He understands. The forest has words, but they are locked away. He rises slowly, eyes glowing with the promise of discovery. Somewhere within these trees, a voice waits to be found. Somewhere beyond the silence, a song rests in slumber. The air shivers as though aware of his thoughts. A soft glimmer appears, weaving through branches like a guiding spark. It is a firefly, glowing brighter than the rest. It hovers close, circling him as though inviting him to follow. Morpheus nods gently, accepting the invitation of light. The firefly drifts ahead, a moving star in the silent woods. He follows, each step steady, each breath deep and calm. The path curves into a hollow where trees lean inward. Their trunks form an archway, natural and solemn, like a gate. He pauses at the threshold, sensing the weight of its presence. Crossing feels like entering a deeper layer of dreaming. With a calm heart, he steps inside. The silence deepens further. Here the air is thick, like velvet, heavy with memory. He feels eyes upon him, though none are seen. The forest watches, curious and cautious. Morpheus does not fear its gaze. He welcomes it with kindness. "Show me," he whispers, though no echo replies. The firefly hovers ahead, waiting, glowing steady as a heartbeat. The path continues, darker now, yet still clear beneath his feet. He knows this is only the beginning. The forest hides many truths, and silence is only its first voice. He walks on, ready to uncover the secret that waits within. The hush is not an end. It is an opening, a door to deeper dreaming. And Morpheus, the dreamweaver, has just stepped across its threshold. The forest of quiet echoes stretches wide before Morpheus. Its beauty is vast, though no sound rises to meet him. Silver leaves shimmer like moonlight, glowing softly in the dim air. Streams weave across the ground, flowing clear but voiceless. He bends near the water. Its ripples dance, yet no murmur comes. The silence is strange. It is not absence, but something withheld. Every step he takes brings more wonders wrapped in quiet. A flock of birds passes overhead, wings spread like painted fans. They glide smoothly, yet no rustle follows. Their flight is mute. Morpheus tilts his head, marveling at the weight of the hush. It is as though the forest carries a secret it dares not speak. He touches the bark of a tree. It vibrates faintly beneath his palm. There is life here, but its song lies hidden beneath layers of stillness. The firefly drifts ahead, lighting the curve of the path. He follows, each step slower, each breath deeper. Dreams reveal themselves not to haste, but to patience. The path winds into a meadow bathed in silver glow. Tall grass sways, bending in waves without sound. It looks like an ocean frozen in a silent dream. Morpheus walks through the meadow, his robe brushing softly. The grass parts easily, opening a way as if welcoming him. He feels a rhythm here, faint but steady, a pulse beneath the quiet. It is not the sound of wind, nor water, nor bird. It is the echo of something lost, a memory yearning to return. He closes his eyes and listens with the heart, not the ear. A vision comes. Long ago this forest sang. Every leaf carried a note, every breeze a tune. But the song was silenced, folded into layers of dreaming. The meadow seems to respond to his thought, glowing brighter. The firefly circles him, flickering with joy, as though affirming his vision. Morpheus smiles softly. He feels closer to the truth. Yet questions remain. Why did the forest fall quiet? Who chose the silence? He continues onward, crossing the meadow's edge into thicker woods. Here the trees grow taller, their crowns lost in shadow. The hush deepens, rich and heavy, pressing against his senses. It feels like standing in a hall of listening giants. Each tree leans inward, guarding secrets of forgotten song. Morpheus bows his head with respect, honoring the silence. He knows he is not here to break it, but to understand it. The firefly pauses, hovering at a hollow tree. Its glow lingers at the entrance, beckoning him closer. He kneels and peers inside. Darkness waits, still and quiet. But within that darkness, he senses a faint light. A memory. A hidden fragment of the forest's song sleeps there. He whispers gently, "I hear you." The firefly flickers, brighter now, as if the forest itself responds. The hush does not break, but it softens, welcoming his presence. Morpheus rises, his journey deepening with every step. The silent forest is not lifeless. It is alive with waiting echoes, and he has only just begun to hear their call. Morpheus moves deeper, the firefly leading like a steady flame. The air feels heavier now, thick with hidden memory. He pauses often, listening not with ears, but with heart. Every silence has its rhythm, and here it beats slow and deep. The forest is not mute by nature. It is mute by choice. Once, long ago, every tree carried a song. The streams sang lullabies, and the wind whispered tales. But something shifted. The melody was folded into silence. Morpheus feels the memory pressing near, waiting to be known. He steps into a glade where silver flowers bloom without sound. Their petals shimmer as if caught in eternal moonlight. He kneels, brushing one gently. It glows faintly at his touch. In that glow he sees visions, fragments of forgotten song. A chorus of voices once rose here, weaving harmony with the night. The forest was alive with music, its soul open and bright. Dreamers once wandered here, finding peace in its song. But over time, the voices faded, replaced by hush. Not through harm, but through longing for stillness. The forest chose silence to protect its fragile heart. Morpheus breathes deeply, honoring the choice it made. Still, he senses its longing. Silence is strong, but music completes it. The flowers sway in agreement, though no sound escapes. Their light flickers, echoing the rhythm of an unsung tune. The firefly hovers above, glowing brighter, urging him forward. He rises and steps deeper into the glade. In the center stands a stone, old and veined with silver cracks. It hums faintly under the hush like a buried voice. Morpheus lays his hand upon it, and visions flood his mind. He sees the forest as it was, alive with countless songs. Birds sang, streams danced, and trees joined in chorus. He sees dreamers resting under branches, lulled into peace. Then he sees the moment of change. The songs grow faint. The forest folds its voice inward, choosing stillness over sound. Not loss, not sorrow, but a sacred vow of silence, a vow to hold dreams safe within its quiet heart. Morpheus opens his eyes, his breath steady and calm. The stone glows softly, acknowledging his understanding. The hush feels lighter now, no longer pressing but embracing. The forest does not resist him, it invites him. Its silence is not a wall, but a doorway. Morpheus bows his head, whispering thanks to the stone. The firefly circles joyfully, scattering trails of golden light. The flowers glow brighter, their petals trembling with unspoken song. He knows he has uncovered the truth of the forgotten melody. The forest once sang, and it may sing again. But it waits for the right moment, the right harmony. Morpheus breathes the quiet, carrying its weight gently. The silent forest is not broken. It is waiting. And now, with each step, he carries its memory forward. The firefly drifts ahead, brighter now, its glow steady as hope. Morpheus follows, stepping gently through roots and silver moss. The air hums faintly, though no sound escapes into the world. It is the hum of life beneath silence, like a hidden current. He enters a grove where trees bend close, forming a living dome. The branches weave together, their leaves glowing pale like lanterns. And in this soft light, the fireflies gather in countless numbers. They rise from the moss, from flowers, from hollow trunks. Their glow paints the grove with stars, floating near and far. Morpheus stands still, awed by their quiet dance. Each firefly pulses gently, flashing in rhythm like a heartbeat. Together, they form a silent choir of light. Though they make no sound, he feels their intent. They are speaking in brightness, in patterns of glow and dim. The message is clear, though wordless. Follow. Listen. Remember. Morpheus raises his hand, and a cluster lands upon it. Their glow warms his skin, filling him with calm certainty. He closes his eyes, letting the light guide his heart. Visions bloom again, carried not by sound, but by glow. He sees dreamers walking here long ago, guided by these same lights. They laughed, they rested, they wove stories among the trees. The fireflies were their companions, their guardians in dream. Now these tiny beings remain, protectors of the forest's silence. One firefly, larger than the rest, hovers close to his face. Its light flickers slowly, steady and deliberate, like a voice. Morpheus understands. It wishes to lead him further. He bows his head in gratitude, acknowledging their guidance. The swarm rises higher, filling the grove with shimmering constellations. They shift and spiral, forming patterns like maps of the sky. Morpheus gazes upward, reading the glowing shapes above him. They point toward the heart of the forest, the place of truth. The large firefly hovers once more, then drifts away to the path. The others scatter slowly, their light softening into the trees. Morpheus follows the leader, carrying the memory of their gift. The forest grows denser, darker, yet not unfriendly. The hush deepens, but it no longer feels empty. It feels alive, filled with watching eyes and waiting voices. The firefly pauses at intervals, flashing its light as reassurance. Morpheus listens, not with ears, but with presence. He knows now that silence is not the forest's prison. It is its shield, its chosen way of keeping its stories safe. But even shields can be lifted if trust is found. The path ends at a clearing wrapped in silver light. Here, the firefly hovers, circling slowly, waiting for him to enter. Morpheus steps into the clearing with calm resolve. He feels the forest drawing nearer, as if holding its breath. The firefly glows steady, a star in the hush. And Morpheus knows, this is not the end, but a beginning. Morpheus steps into the clearing, where moonlight spills like liquid silver. The ground glimmers with ancient moss, bright and soft beneath his feet. At the center rests a great stone, tall and veined with glowing lines. Its surface shimmers faintly, carved with runes long forgotten. The firefly hovers close, circling the stone as though in reverence. Morpheus feels a hum rising from its core, deep and resonant. It is not sound, but vibration, a voice buried within silence. He lays his hand on the cool surface, and the runes glow brighter. A wave of visions flows into him, swift and vivid. He sees the forest alive, long ago, with laughter and song. Dreamers once gathered here, resting under the stone's radiant light. The stone carried their stories, their music, their whispers of hope. It became the heart of the forest, the memory of all who entered. But when silence came, the stone absorbed the final notes. It became a keeper of echoes, holding every unsung word within. Morpheus breathes deeply, sensing the weight of centuries inside it. He whispers softly, "I hear you. I will remember." The runes pulse gently, as if answering his promise. The firefly lands upon the stone, glowing steady and calm. Its light reveals more carvings hidden in the moss below. He kneels, brushing them clean, and sees spirals and flowing shapes. They tell a story not in words, but in symbols of rhythm. The tale speaks of harmony, of silence and sound entwined. The forest did not lose its voice. It chose to rest it. Morpheus traces the carvings with care, following the ancient rhythm. He feels it beating within him, like a quiet drum. Visions stir again, dreamers leaving gifts at the stone. Fragments of music, strings of melody, whispers of lullabies. The stone became a vessel of memory, never forgetting a song. But it longed for someone to awaken its echoes with kindness. The firefly lifts again, its glow flickering like a steady heartbeat. Morpheus rises, his eyes calm, his heart filled with knowing. He bows to the stone, honoring its burden and its gift. The hush of the clearing feels warmer now, less heavy. It is no longer pure silence. It is silence holding hidden song. He stands still, allowing the feeling to wash through him. The runes fade slowly, though their hum remains within his chest. He knows the forest has shared a secret, a memory of truth. Not all silence is emptiness. Some silence is protection. And within that protection, music waits patiently for return. The firefly hovers ahead, guiding him once more. The path beyond the clearing glows faintly, ready to be walked. Morpheus takes a final glance at the stone, then turns to follow. The journey is not finished. The heart of silence still waits. He steps forward, carrying the memory of the stone within him. And with each step, he feels the forest growing closer, more alive. The forest grows denser as Morpheus follows the firefly's glow. Branches weave overhead, casting shifting shadows like flowing waves. The air feels thick, almost sacred, filled with unseen presence. He senses he is approaching something ancient, something watchful. The path narrows, guiding him into a hollow of twilight. Here, the silence deepens until it feels like a living being. And then, a figure appears among the trees, calm and still. The keeper of silence steps forward, cloaked in twilight shades. Their form is gentle, their presence vast, yet serene. No words are spoken, but Morpheus understands the greeting. It is not in sound, but in intention, carried through the hush. The keeper's eyes glow softly, reflecting centuries of quiet wisdom. They move with grace, each step echoing without sound. Morpheus bows slightly, honoring the guardian of this place. The firefly hovers between them, a bridge of light. The keeper raises a hand, and the forest seems to pause. The silence thickens, not heavy, but purposeful, like an embrace. Morpheus feels a question forming in the air, unspoken but clear. "Why do you come, Dreamweaver, into the realm of chosen silence?" He answers not with words, but with calm presence. His thoughts ripple outward. To listen, to understand, to honor. The keeper tilts their head, eyes narrowing in quiet thought. Then, with a gesture, they invite him to sit upon the earth. Morpheus lowers himself, the moss soft and glowing beneath him. The keeper sits across, folding their cloak like flowing shadow. The forest leans closer, branches bowing in solemn witness. A stillness descends, deeper than before, rich with expectation. The keeper finally speaks, though no sound escapes their lips. Their voice is carried within the heart, not the ear. The silence was chosen, not out of sorrow, but out of care. The forest once sang, its voice bright as starlight. But songs can be fragile, easily broken by restless winds. So the forest folded its melody inward, keeping it safe. Silence became its shield, a sanctuary for fragile dreams. Morpheus listens, his eyes steady, his breath slow and deep. He understands the weight of protecting what cannot endure noise. Still, he feels the longing within the keeper's words. Silence has guarded the forest, but song has been missed. He places a hand over his chest, sharing his thought. Silence and song are not enemies. They breathe together. The keeper's gaze softens, a flicker of light in their eyes. They consider his words as if testing their truth. The firefly glows brighter, pulsing like a gentle heartbeat. The forest stirs faintly, leaves trembling without sound. It is as though the trees lean in to listen. Morpheus meets the keeper's gaze, offering no demand, only peace. In the hush, a bond forms, quiet and real. The keeper rises slowly, extending a hand of shadow and light. Morpheus takes it, feeling the weight of centuries in their touch. The forest breathes again, soft and slow, as if relieved. The silence does not break, but it shifts, becoming less heavy. It feels like silence ready to share, not silence bound tight. Morpheus knows the journey has turned. A door has opened. The keeper's hand lingers in Morpheus's grasp, warm and steady. Around them, the forest holds its breath in endless quiet. The firefly hovers close, its glow soft, waiting like a patient friend. Morpheus feels the hush pressing gently, not in resistance but in question. A vision forms between them, carried in the space of stillness. A young dreamer appears, fragile and bright, standing within the grove. Their voice is clear in vision, though unheard in the waking ear. They ask a simple question. Can silence and song live together? The words ripple like waves, sinking deep into the hushed air. Morpheus closes his eyes, weighing the meaning within his heart. He knows silence is not emptiness. It is the breath before sound. He knows song is not disruption. It is the voice of silence made free. The keeper watches him, their gaze heavy with patience. The dreamer in the vision tilts their head, waiting. Morpheus finally speaks, his words slow, steady, woven with calm. Silence and song are not rivals. They are partners in harmony. Silence holds the space where song can grow. Song gives shape to the silence, filling it with memory. Without one, the other feels incomplete. Together, they breathe as one. The vision shimmers, and the dreamer smiles, then fades away. The keeper lowers their head, considering his truth. For a long moment, the grove is still, wrapped in heavy thought. Then the firefly flickers brightly, its glow quick and hopeful. The forest itself seems to shift, leaves trembling as if stirred. Morpheus feels it, a pulse beneath the earth, faint but alive. The keeper raises their eyes again, softer now, filled with light. They speak without sound, yet the words reach his heart. You speak of balance, Dreamweaver, a truth long forgotten. They step back, and the forest responds with a subtle change. The hush remains, but it feels lighter, ready to move. Morpheus breathes deeply, sensing the forest's longing to awaken. He places his hand upon the earth, steady and kind. The silence hums around him, as if listening closely. Then, let us not end silence. Let us let it sing, he whispers. The keeper smiles faintly, their form shimmering in twilight glow. The firefly circles him once, glowing like a golden star. The question has been answered, yet the journey continues. The forest will not give its song easily, not without care. But it has opened its heart a little, and that is enough. Morpheus stands, tall and calm, carrying the truth with him. The hush of the silent forest feels softer, almost tender. It is no longer silence alone. It is silence, listening for song. The keeper steps aside, clearing the path ahead. Their gesture is clear. The dreamweaver must go further. Morpheus nods with gratitude, his robe brushing the moss as he moves. The firefly leads the way once more, glowing steady and sure. Behind him, the keeper lingers, watching with eyes of twilight. And ahead, the forest waits, ready for the next note to rise. The path ahead glows faintly, as though the forest itself opens a door. Morpheus follows, his steps slow, his breath calm and even. The firefly drifts before him, pulsing softly like a guiding star. The hush of the woods deepens, yet feels less like weight, more like promise. He reaches a grove, where silver leaves hang like chandeliers. They sway gently, but no rustle fills the air. Instead, a hum stirs, low and steady, rising from the ground. It is not sound, but something between silence and song. Morpheus kneels, touching the soil with careful hands. The earth vibrates faintly, as though breathing its first note. He closes his eyes, whispering gently, "I am listening." The firefly circles above, its glow growing brighter with each word. A faint shimmer spreads through the leaves, a ripple of hidden melody. The forest is testing, waiting to see if trust is real. Morpheus places a hand over his chest, feeling his heart's rhythm. He exhales slowly, offering his own breath into the silence. And in that moment, a soft note rises, fragile, delicate. It is not loud, not bold, but pure, like a child's first lullaby. The leaves tremble, answering with a whisper of harmony. Streams nearby quiver, their waters catching light as though humming. The hush begins to shift, folding into a balance of quiet and song. Morpheus smiles faintly, feeling the forest open its voice once more. He does not force it, nor demand more. He simply lets his presence be gentle, a companion to the sound. The trees sway again, and this time, a soft rustle emerges. It is small, but it carries the weight of centuries. The forest is awakening, not in chaos, but in calm balance. The firefly flickers joyfully, darting in circles of golden light. Morpheus whispers softly, "Yes, let it rise." The note grows stronger, weaving between silence like thread through fabric. The meadow grass stirs, creating a low hum like a distant chorus. The forest does not break its vow of silence fully. Instead, it blends silence with sound, birthing a new harmony. It is the sound of peace, of rest, of balance restored. Morpheus listens, eyes closed, heart steady with quiet joy. The song is not meant for all ears. It is meant for dreamers. Those who wander into sleep will hear it as comfort. Those who search for rest will find it in its rhythm. The forest glows brighter, alive in a way it has long forgotten. Morpheus opens his eyes, and the hush feels different now. It is no longer heavy. It is light, breathing, alive. The first song of the silent forest has returned. Not loud, not endless, but steady, woven with care. Morpheus bows his head, honoring its fragile voice. The journey is not yet finished, but the melody has begun. And with every note, the forest steps closer to wholeness. The silent forest glows softly, alive with its first whispers of song. Morpheus stands still, letting the harmony flow around him. The hush remains, but now it carries rhythm, a breath between notes. The firefly flickers with joy, circling him like a golden crown. Leaves tremble gently, weaving sound with silence in perfect balance. Streams ripple with light, their waters shimmering like silver cords. The forest has not broken its silence, it has transformed it. Quiet and song now walk together, neither louder than the other. Morpheus breathes deeply, feeling peace spread through every branch and stone. The keeper appears once more, stepping from the shadows of twilight. Their cloak shimmers as though woven from stillness and sound alike. They gaze at Morpheus, their eyes calm, filled with recognition. "You have shown balance," their voice whispers inside his heart. The forest remembers its song, but it does not abandon silence. It has found a way to hold both, as it once did. Morpheus bows, his gesture humble, his presence kind. The keeper extends a hand, and the firefly rests upon it. Its glow steadies, a symbol of the bond now complete. Around them, the forest brightens, though no harsh noise rises. Instead, a gentle chorus hums like a lullaby to the night. Dreamers far away stir softly in their sleep, comforted by its rhythm. The forest's song reaches them, not in volume, but in spirit. It is a lullaby of balance, a hymn of harmony restored. Morpheus watches, his heart filled with calm contentment. He has not forced change. He has helped memory awaken. The keeper bows in return, their form shimmering like fading dusk. "You carry the song now, Dreamweaver," their voice echoes within. "Guard it as we have guarded silence. Share it with kindness." Morpheus nods, promising with no words, only truth in his presence. The firefly lifts again, its glow stronger, brighter than before. It spirals into the air, releasing trails of golden light. The forest answers, with a deeper hum, soft yet powerful. The balance is whole. Silence and song breathe as one. Morpheus steps back, allowing the forest to rest in its new rhythm. He does not linger to command or control. He only listens. The trees sigh gently, leaves brushing against one another in peace. The streams flow with a melody as calm as twilight. The air feels lighter, as though centuries of burden have lifted. The firefly returns to him, landing softly on his shoulder. Its glow pulses like a heartbeat, steady and alive. Morpheus smiles faintly, knowing the forest is no longer alone. The keeper fades slowly, their presence blending into the hush. But their last glance carries gratitude, timeless and true. The Dreamweaver stands in the clearing, surrounded by gentle harmony. The silent forest is no longer bound. It breathes in balance again. And in that balance, both silence and song have found their home. Morpheus walks slowly through the clearing, the forest alive around him. The song lingers softly, woven with threads of silence. It is not loud, not demanding, but tender as a dream's breath. The firefly rests on his shoulder, glowing steady and warm. He feels the forest watching him, not with fear, but with trust. The keeper's presence has faded, yet their blessing remains near. Morpheus knows the journey is ending, but its gift will endure. He carries the memory of the stone, the fireflies, the keeper's truth. He carries the song born from silence, fragile and whole. The path ahead glows faintly, guiding him out of the deep woods. Each step is slow, filled with quiet reverence for the place. The forest hums gently, offering farewell without words. He pauses once, turning to gaze at the silver trees. They shimmer like pillars of moonlight, alive with balance once lost. The streams ripple faintly, their melody soft but eternal. The hush remains, but it no longer feels heavy. It feels like rest, like peace, like promise fulfilled. Morpheus bows deeply, his robe brushing the glowing moss. "Your voice is safe," he whispers, though the forest needs no reply. The firefly lifts from his shoulder, spiraling high into the air. It scatters light like falling stars, blessing the forest with brightness. Then it drifts back into the shadows, returning to its kin. Morpheus watches, smiling softly, his heart filled with calm joy. He turns again, following the misted path that leads outward. Beyond the trees, the realm of dreams shimmers with open arms. He carries with him a fragment of the lullaby. It hums within his chest, ready to be shared. Dreamers will hear it in sleep, soft as the rustle of leaves. It will come to them as comfort, a song of balance. They will wake with peace, though they cannot name the source. For the silent forest has given its gift once more. and Morpheus, gentle guardian, carries it into endless night. The forest fades behind him, silver glow dimming into mist. Yet its presence remains, woven into the fabric of dreams. The keeper watches from afar, unseen but smiling. The fireflies rise in clouds of light, guardians of harmony. The silent forest rests, not broken, not lost, but whole again. Silence and song breathe together, eternal companions in its heart. Morpheus steps beyond the veil, the night embracing him kindly. The stars shimmer above, their light echoing the fireflies' glow. The dreamweaver walks on, his journey never truly ending. Every dreamer calls him, every night welcomes him home, and within his steps, the forest's song lingers forever. A lullaby of stillness, a hymn of gentle sound, a promise that even silence can sing, if listened to with care. Morpheus smiles, his figure fading into the realm of dreams. And the silent forest sighs softly, alive with peace once more.